Hello, everyone. I had alcohol as my substance. According to the NIAAA, approximately 14.5 million adults in the U.S. struggle with alcohol use disorder, which includes both alcohol abuse and dependency. This means roughly 5.8% of the population aged 18 or older depends on alcohol. According to the South Dakota Department of Health, about 1 in 6 adults in the state reports excessive alcohol use. South Dakota's alcohol-related deaths and injuries are higher than the national average, particularly related to binge drinking. Most people obtain alcohol legally through retail outlets like liquor stores and supermarkets, or licensed establishments like bars and restaurants. In the United States, the legal drinking age is 21. Some individuals, particularly minors, may obtain alcohol through fake IDs, older peers, or from adults who provide it to them. In very rare cases, people might engage in illicit alcohol production, also known as moonshining. Young adults aged 18 to 34 are particularly vulnerable to alcohol abuse, with binge drinking being most prevalent in this group. Alcohol abuse tends to be more common among men, though the gap is narrowing between them. People in lower socioeconomic brackets may experience higher stress levels, which leads them to alcohol abuse as a coping mechanism. However, higher income individuals also abuse alcohol, often in different contexts, like social drinking compared to binge drinking. Communities with easy access to alcohol or cultural norms that support drinking as a part of socialization may also see higher rates of alcohol abuse. For example, South Dakota's Native American populations uh, often face higher rates of alcohol related harm due to historical trauma and social conditions. Those with mental health conditions such as depression or anxiety may turn to alcohol as a form of self medication. Alcohol is a depressant that affects the central nervous system. Short term effects include relaxation, lower inhibitions, impaired coordination, slurred speech, and memory issues. At higher doses, it can lead to blackouts, aggression, and risky behavior. Alcohol is physically and psychologically addictive. Over time, repeated alcohol use can lead to tolerance, which means it requires more to achieve the same effects. And alcohol withdrawal can be severe and even life-threatening in some cases, involving symptoms like shaking, anxiety, and seizures. Chronic alcohol abuse can lead to cirrhosis of the liver, fatty liver disease, and alcoholic hepatitis. Alcohol consumption is a risk factor for several cancers, including liver, mouth, throat, and breast cancer. Long-term drinking can cause heart disease, high blood pressure, stroke, and arrhythmias. Alcohol abuse increases the risk of depression, anxiety, and cognitive impairments. Chronic alcohol use can shorten life expectancy by up to 30 years in severe cases due to liver failure, car accidents, and health-related issues. Alcohol abuse can lead to domestic violence, child abuse, and divorce, contributing to social instability in communities. Chronic alcohol abuse is a significant factor in homelessness as it can impair a person's ability to maintain employment and housing. It contributes to a higher burden on the healthcare system due to emergency room visits, long-term healthcare costs, and mental health issues. Um, it can also lead to reduced productivity and workplace accidents. Alcohol is a leading factor in motor vehicle accidents and fatalities. According to the National Highway Traffic Safety Administration, in 2021, 30% of all traffic fatalities in the U.S. involved alcohol impairment. Alcohol is often a contributing factor in violent crimes, including assault, domestic violence, and public disturbances. Excuse me. Studies show a correlation between alcohol consumption and aggressive behaviors. Alcohol abuse has also been linked to an increased likelihood of committing property crimes, such as theft or vandalism, often due to impaired judgment or the need for money to fund the habit of drinking. In 2021, 31% of all alcohol-related crashes resulted in death or serious injury, and alcohol-related crimes cost the United States economy over $249 billion annually, including losses from crime, lost productivity, healthcare, and other law enforcement expenses. And that's all I got.